Today is January 26th, 2019. When a Christian and a Muslim discuss God, what exactly goes on in that conversation? What does a Christian say to a Muslim to demonstrate that God wrote the Bible and not the Quran? What does a Muslim say to a Christian to demonstrate that God wrote the Quran and not the Bible? I'm not sure. I think all religions are equally unsupported by evidence. There is insufficient evidence to justify believing in any particular religion. Why a person should end up believing in Christianity instead of Islam is totally arbitrary. It's not based on there actually being more evidence for the Christian God than there is for the Muslim God. There is no solid evidence for the metaphysical claims of any religion, whether it is Christianity or Islam or Judaism or Hinduism or any other religion. That a particular person ends up being a Hindu is completely arbitrary. There is no special evidence for the truth of Hinduism that doesn't exist for other religions. A person must be fundamentally confused about what evidence is to conclude that Hinduism is true while all other religions are false. Obviously, a person's upbringing heavily biases them toward accepting a particular religion as true, but this is never the reason a person thinks they believe in the religion that they do. A Christian doesn't think he's only a Christian today because his parents raised him into Christianity when he was a child. A Christian will have some philosophical reasons why he thinks Christianity is true and all other religions are false. These reasons don't make sense, but he still has these reasons. It's a category error to think that the evidence we have today demonstrates that the Bible was written by a God. We would need categorically stronger evidence for it to be justified to believe that the Christian God exists. This is basic epistemology, yet billions of people don't understand the simple need for sufficient evidence. It's totally possible, in principle, that a certain religion could have sufficient evidence backing it up. I could totally imagine Islam being backed up by sufficient evidence. There's nothing, in principle, preventing that from happening. I could imagine that whenever a person prays to the Muslim God, their prayers are quickly answered. But whenever a person prays to the God of any other religion, their prayers are not answered. I could imagine that the Muslim God speaks out loud to every person on earth at least once a year. I could imagine the Muslim God speaking to a full crowd at Yankee Stadium, declaring that he wrote the Quran. There are many ways in which there could be sufficient evidence for Islam. So I'm not saying that sufficient evidence for a particular religion is not possible. I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying that it's totally possible, but it simply does not exist.